Hello again, and thank you for joining Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations. Well, it's been a very busy week. I've been working for 6 days. I've got 2 days off. This is the last of the 2. The wife had me running around yesterday picking up ovens, sofas, settees, all sorts of bits and pieces in a van I had to hire. We've got the old sofa in the garden, the oven in the garden, and so that's all needs to be dumped later on. I've got no energy for that now. So the plan today is, I did promise you last week that I was going to show you the Mobylette started. I did get it going, and I'll just show you what I've done. There's a little bit of tinkering to do with it, but at least it runs at the moment. And then after that, I'm going to show you the Velosolex. This is a bit of an update on what model it is. I was wrong the last time. And I'll show you some bits and pieces I've got for it. So bear with me on this little bit today. It's not a very long video, but come and see how we got on with the Mobylette, and I'll show you these little bits of things I've got for the Solex. Okay, so let me show you the problems I had before. I had a leaking fuel tank. It wasn't a very good connector in there, and I did buy a new fuel tap as well, but it's just no way it would fit in there. The thread had gone pretty much, and it was tight, but it was just leaking. So what I've had to do in the end, which is not, I don't think it's a bodge, I've had to get some special metal filler, which I left this for about 2 weeks now, and that is not leaking now. That's one problem sorted out. The problem I had also with the decompression lever, the spring was very weak. So as I think I mentioned, I ordered another set of stuff. So if you have a look now, I don't know if you can see it, it actually does push down the valve now, but before it was so weak, it was actually, the valve was down, so that's why there was no compression. So that's sorted out. The throttle was pretty useless as well. That's now got a nice smooth thing to it. And the reason what I had to do in the end, I had to buy, this is from Mobylette, 2 new cables, because they were so frayed at the end I wasn't able to get them back through the little holes in there. Now, don't know how this thing works, it just does, but this is where the decompression cable and throttle cable come out. I haven't cut it off just yet because I still probably got a bit of adjusting to do, but what I do, I have had it running. It doesn't seem to run on tick over very well, it just cuts out, but other than that it does seem to be okay. So I'll just give you a quick blast. Hopefully you'll see it run, which I did promise last time, and then just a few little tinkering adjustments. But once I've done that, I can get the covers back on, and the next time you probably see it will be out on the road, hopefully. So I'll just get this set up and we'll try and get it started. For the moment, it's as I say, it's just the tick over, which I need to sort out. Probably a little bit more adjustment on here. I've just been starting it with this for the time being, and then hopefully when we go out, it will just kick over on its own. So just see, hopefully it will start after. As you know what happens when everything's on camera, it's a bit of decompression. I think we may have run out of fuel on that, but there we go. At least I was able to show it run. I just got a little bit of fuel in there, so that will do for now. So I'm hoping once I get the little tinkering stages done and get it ticking over, get the covers on, then I'll get it insured and we'll get it on the road, and hopefully we can go out for a little run with it. So the last little bit, as I say, I haven't got any time at all today. I'm just going to show a little update on the Velosolex, but at least we know it runs. I've just got a bit of tinkering once it's all warm and everything, but that's that. I'll tell you what, this is just a bit of advice. If you switch the fuel tap on, there we go, that generally helps. It's just a free advice. So we'll have another go, see if it runs a bit better now. bit cold. Like I say, if I bring that kettle back, it's not too bad. That's okay. Anyway, as I say, at least make sure the fuel's on. Right, back with the Velosolex. I think I mentioned when I first showed it to you that it was a 3800 model, and then I started looking into it. It's got round headlights, it's got a circular tube rather than the square tube, but looking into it, I was able to get the engine number off the front there, and it turned out to be, it's a 1700 which I've had the dating certificate back, so we're just waiting for the Nova certificate to come back from customs for the duty side of things, but there won't be any, I hope. And so it's a 1700, and we know it's a 1960, so it's a lot earlier than I thought. Anyway, last time I think I showed you, I did put some oil down the spark plug there, or down the hole, and I didn't have one of these adapters, which I've now got. But I've had a little bit of a try here, turning this over, looking for a spark. There's absolutely no spark at all. So I'm not too sure whether to try and work on this first and try and get a spark and everything, and then move on. But we'll see. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update. I've got a few late Christmas presents or early Christmas presents, which way to look at it. So I'll just show you those, and then that'll probably be it for this week. As I say, I'm absolutely shattered from my wife yesterday, moving furniture about, hiring vans again. So let me just show you my little presents for the future when we do this. Well, this magneto cover, which is plastic, I was just going to probably sand this down and repaint it, but there's looking at closer look, there's a few cracks in it. There's a little bit missing there. I suppose you could fill it, but they're so relatively cheap that I managed to get a new one of those, which will look nice. It just clips onto there, so that will make that look nice. They did have white or silver on the actual Solex thing there, but I have got some of those special pens. I may be able to possibly go over and do that. Right, next thing, got a couple of brand new pedals for it. They're the proper ones for this bike, so they're a bit dirty and rusty, so new pedals. And also, I hadn't really noticed to start with, but at the bottom of the light there's just a small crack there, so I've got a new, stuff you can still get these bits. I've got a new light to go in there, so so that will sort that out. And last but not least of this box, that petrol tank is all dented and rusty, full of some sort of old petrol. So I thought, well, why not? Same situation there, that Solex on there. I need to put some pen on that and do something. But we've actually got a nice new petrol tank as well. So that's one little delivery I had, and I'll just show you another one that came the other day. This box came the other day. This is from Classic Moped Spares. The other one was from Holland. I can't remember the name, so I haven't opened this yet. Now this should be, as you know, that was this was damaged. Obviously, they easy to hit things. This one was bashed against something, fell over or whatever. So I've got, once this is all done, I've got this little bit of icing on the cake, a protection bar that goes all the way round, designed for the 1700 and the 2200, which has the round headlights. The other ones have a square bit of metal, because they got square lights, 3800s. So there was supposed to be a couple of other bits. Bear with me, hopefully. Unless it's all in there. Actually, I think it's all in here. Yeah. That's the bracket. That's part of fitting that. And then in here, I won't open this up, but that is a gasket set for the cylinders. There is something else I ordered. I can't remember what it was. wasn't much. I don't know, I'll have to look it up. It's probably in there somewhere. Anyway, one other little thing, bear with me 1 minute. And this I got off AliExpress. It wasn't the cheapest one. It's actually very good, but I suppose I could have put a horn on there like the other one, but I decided I'll go, there's a little hole here that they have in it for some reason. I think it depends what size this goes, and that will go cover that hole up there, and you've got the old-fashioned bell. So really that's the update. I'm waiting for the Nova certificate to come back from customs. I've got the dating certificate, then I'll get that sent off and I'll get it registered, and then we can start stripping down. So I probably will have a look at this first, see if we can get some a spark before we start. And next week, as I've got my father-in-law's car again to do, we've got a DPF filter on. I have got some stuff, or will have some stuff to clean it out inside, but it may, one of my subscribers mentioned that it could also be the throttle body housing, maybe an air leak in there, a vacuum leak. So I'll look at that first, but that'll be next week, and then the week after that we'll get on and we'll do this one properly. I don't really want to start it basically because I don't want to finish it, because I've got nothing else to do afterwards, and I don't want to sell this or the other one, the Mobylette. So that's it for now. So I've still got loads to do indoors. I've got to do a new worktop and that. But so this, I'm back to work for 7 days now. So next week will be the Jaguar, and then we'll start in earnest on this one the week afterwards. I'll remember what it is. It's one of the diaphragm things for the petrol pump later on. So that's it. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this little bit of an update. So nothing really much to show you. I'm glad the actual Mobylette did start. So I've got to go and cut a worktop now, because the oven we bought, for some reason I thought was a 60 centimetre, because I did do a bit of adjustment before. It wasn't, it was a 55, so I've got to cut a bit of the worktop away and redo that and reseal it. So that's what I've got to do this afternoon. Once that's done, I'll have a sleep for a bit, because I'm shattered from yesterday, and then I'll edit the film in the evening, and then I'm back to work for 7 days now. So absolutely nothing I can do. So we'll be back next week with my father-in-law's Jaguar. Still got the DPF light on, and I've got some cleaner coming to put into the actual DPF. But one of my subscribers did mention that it could actually be a possible leak with a vacuum leak in the throttle body housing. So we'll see. Maybe we'll have a look at that first. If not, I'll have to get underneath, which I don't fancy. But anyway, you take care out there. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.